Pete, back again. Last time I was in prison, I did 18 months for not registering. When I got out, I went to the sheriff's department to register. They said, "What are you doing here, Peter? You're already registered." I said, "I just did 18 months in prison for nothing?" He said, "Sit right there, a black detective." He went back to his superiors, his supervisors. He was gone 25 minutes and came back and said, "You can go now." I can go now?
You were already registered.
And I stormed out.
You did 18. Now, tell us about
I did 18 months in prison, the 6th time I was in prison, for no goddamn reason.
What was it like in prison the last time?
Nothing like they say.
Tell us about it.
I made them laugh. I made them all see the truth about prison.
You were a
It's
prison
joke.
entertainer.
Yes.
You got jailhouse preachers.
Do you know what Paul Harvey said, that radio man, announcer? He said, "You see the scum of the earth? Go to the ship change at the Department of Corrections or the county jails. And there they are.
Hardcore.
People feeding off the misery of others."
How did they treat you in prison? How did the guards treat you?
Like you weren't there.
How did the other inmates, the other prisoners treat you?
Like you were beneath them and lower than them.
Do you have any people in prison that you fondly remember, you're glad were there with you?
Yes.
Who
Everybody
was it?
I dealt with was a wonderful person, talented. And they were in there for the same reasons I was. Bullshit, to keep the prisons full. Because, you know, a happy prison is a full prison. It
I
employs
think you
many
mentioned
people.
a charge before. Tell us your most predominant charge. What were you charged with more often than other things?
Aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer.
Aggravated assault. What type of assault? Pick a time. Which assault?
The only thing you have to prove for aggravated assault on their part was they were afraid of me. You can't prove whether they were afraid or not. That's all it is.
What was your first day in prison like the last time you were in prison?
The first day, I was petrified.
I mean, you had to be used
And I
to
let
it.
my
That's-
family down 6 times.
That's the 6th time. You
And
were
they
used
kept
to
taking
it.
me back.
What were you scared about?
Thinking I was going to keep coming back and coming back and coming back.
So you weren't scared of what was going to happen while you were there. You were just scared this was going to be an endless cycle your whole
Yes,
life.
I'm also fucking kill me. I'm sorry I said the word F. I take it back. Yeah, suicide was an option.
You were having suicidal thoughts.
Absolutely.
How was the food in prison?
Good. It was good. But you ate whether you were hungry or not.
Did you have any money on your books? Were you able to buy commissary?
Very rarely, very rarely. I wouldn't call my family like that. I got myself in this, I figured I'd get myself out. And I've heard men call their people and cuss them out on the phone because they wouldn't send them money. Call their mother and dad assholes and bitches. Because they wouldn't.
The last
help
time you
them
were in
get through.
prison, which prison was it?
The last prison I was at was Polk CI. I believe Grady.
How many people does it house?
I would say 4,000.
Polk CI holds 4,000 men?
Yes.
Wow, that's big.
Like sardines.
Where is
packed in
it?
these
In Polk,
dormitories.
Polk County, North Florida? Where is it?
It
Might have been North
is
Florida.
on the other side, other coast almost.
Okay.
Halfway across.
What else do you have to tell us about that last time in prison?
I said, if I do come back, I'll do the same thing I always did. Make people laugh. I help men get through prison. I saved men's lives that were suicidal as I was. And I made them see the foolishness of it all. Do your time, and don't let them beat you. You can beat them.
All right, we're going to cut this segment. We're going to terminate this segment. And the next time, the next segment, we're going to talk about violence in prison. Any violence that Peter may have observed or been subject to, or even maybe anyone he victimized in prison. I kind of think he probably didn't do that, but if he did, we want to hear about it. Stay tuned, YouTube viewers.